guys, how are y'all?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Cold.
How's practice out there today?
It's good. Good. We had good practice. Obviously, had the drizzle and all of that. Ended up taking the majority of the practice inside, but temperatures dropping. This is fall weather. Guys had good energy. The intensity of practice was good. That's what we needed, and we got good work.
I know it's not a heated indoor facility. Do you make it a point to get outside at this time of year because you know the weather is going to change here over this month? Yeah,
it's going to change, and I think our guys get adjusted to it pretty easily. We did some things outside today. It's not like there's a dramatic change as you step into the indoor. You just kind of get out of the wind and the rain part of it. So I don't really worry about that with our guys. They'll be used to it.
When you're evaluating injuries, with the open week coming up, the second one, players who are maybe on the fence with coming back or thinking about sitting out, do you err on the side of caution and say another week of rest couldn't hurt?
We're looking at it each and every day and evaluating the injuries as we go through it. We'll continue to monitor that just like we have been. Obviously, guys are working hard to get back, and as we get into the bye week, we'll do it very similar to what we did last time, with the mindset of trying to get them back as healthy as we possibly can. We may take some load off of them, those guys that have been banged up, try to give them a chance to kind of rehab and get back and get a little fresher.
You've had so many offensive line groupings this year. You feel like you found something with this one you've tried out the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, you look at what those guys did last week, I think that's 2 games basically in a row that we've had the same lineup. I think they're getting more comfortable. Obviously, you wish you had a whole season of those guys together with combinations, but I feel like they're getting more comfortable. The communication's getting better. We'll get tested this week for sure with everything that they do. I feel like they are growing in confidence as they play more together.
Elijah was saying that the O-line was coming over in the second half. Let's run the ball more. They have that confidence to do it.
Run the ball more? I don't know that I could run it any more than I did.
Apparently you listen. Do you listen to guys when they come off the field and they're encouraging like that, or you're like, man, this is just kind of bluster from the players?
No, I think that's part of being on the sideline, in that you have good interaction with players in that sense, and you got to be careful at times, obviously, but I promise you the O-line will always say run the football, the running back's always going to say run the football, and the receiver's always going to say throw the football. So, but you want the good interaction going back and forth. Guys, they're on the field with it, so you get a different insight from them. Hey, I can really run this, and this is going to be good for us. And so you're taking all of that information in and then trying to apply it as you kind of work your way through the game.
I guess we're talking to Garrett here pretty soon. What difference does he make when he's in the game and locking down that left side?
You talking about Johnny?
Johnny.
Yeah. Especially Johnny's getting healthier. We lost him there for a little bit. He's done an amazing job on the left side. Really as a first-year starter, that's a tough spot to play, but he stepped in, taking ownership of it, takes a lot of pride in his craft, continues to get better each and every day. The thing that you love about Johnny is Johnny's all about the work, and he's all about the process, and he's always trying to get better. And he's one of those, he's going to jump in the foxhole with you, and you're going to go together. And so he's been amazing over there, and I think he's got a really bright future.
Coach, according to Pro Football Focus, Tyron has the second longest time to throw in the conference. What are some factors in the offense that maybe forced him to hold on to that ball a little bit longer this season?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of different looks and a lot of different pressure. Some of that's him buying time. Some of that's, depending upon what we've got called and how we do it. If we're in a more of a max pro protection type deal, then he's got a little bit longer to hold him. We got a chance, hopefully, to push the ball down the field. Other times it's him moving around in the pocket and doing stuff. That being said, we're continuing to grow in that area, and we got to continue to grow there.
You're game by game at this point. When you took the job, you saw what you had in November coming up there on the schedule and everything. Was that like a deep breath moment or anything for you?
Not really, because I'll be honest, I live day to day and week to week. So, just looking at the opponent right here and right in front of us, and so it's that's kind of how you have to do it. If you start looking too far ahead, then you're going to get caught up.
I mean, back like February, March, when you first saw the schedule, anything, then not even there.
Well, you know, you look at the schedule and you say, hey, you know, it's going to continue to get tougher as you go through it. And we had tough opponents at the start. I think we've played tough opponents pretty much throughout. And each week those guys have got to come prepared. So, you know, you knew as you got towards the end of the schedule what was going to be there, and you were going to have opportunities to have great games.
Talking about Kyron buying more time, he threw that pick on the run in the end zone. Was that one where he just knew it coming off the field? Did you even have to say anything to him?
Yeah, I mean that's one of those opportunities where, you know, he really hadn't done that since week 1, and you know, trying to make a play, you knew where we were at, and probably forced a ball that he probably wanted back for sure. Especially as you go back and look at it. And, you know, we're moving the pocket in that particular instance, and so, you know, probably got a little bit greedy. But, you know, those are things we learn from. We line back up, go again.
I think Hawkins was already committed or already coming here before you got hired. What have you seen on him as a running back? And it seems like he's kind of a versatile guy that can do a lot of things for this offense.
Yeah, I mean, Hawk's been great. To your point, catches the ball well out of the backfield, runs with great contact balance, runs with power, runs with speed, got really good vision. You know, in the spring he was banged up a little bit and hampered. You know, as he came back from the break, man, really looked great. Had a great summer, great fall camp. The thing that you love about him is the joy that he has around him. Like, he doesn't have bad days. He comes to work every day. He's got a smile on his face. He's bringing energy. He's bringing juice. And that's just who he is. And so I think that's allowed him to have the type of season that he's had.
He's not a small guy. Is he more elusive than he seems out there, though?
You know, I think he does a good job of the vision part of it. And, you know, as the year has gone on, I think he's added things to his tool belt. The ability to make that one defender miss so that 8-yard play turns into a 20-yard play, or being able to set this block up or work this area. And I think he is continuing to grow as a running back. He's not a small back. I mean, he's 220-something pounds, so he's not easy to bring down, and he does a really good job of in and out of cuts and seeing things.
When we talked to him after Friday's game, he says he studies each run that he has to learn what things he needs to do. Is that part of adding to his toolbox of going back and seeing things and what he could do differently?
Absolutely. I mean, that's how you learn, right? You go back, you look at your game. How can you add to it? You look at other people within the same situation. What did they do? How did that happen? How did it work out? Can I manipulate that and put it into mine? As well as, then he's taking it on the practice field and he is working those looks. Hey, this is the way this happened. I want to make sure that I'm setting myself up for success on the next opportunity.
That's good. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you all.
Coach.